Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna get a little wild. The other day I went to the store to get some ingredients for a Boozy baking video and I panicked. Okay, I panicked. So rather than ending up with 1 or 2 easy recipes to do, I ended up with 5. So that brings us to the bake-off. Now, I know the term bake-off typically means a competition between bakers, but I don't have any friends, so I'd be baking alone. Let's hope I don't burn the house down, fingers crossed. So, the competition is gonna be between the treats. Let's bake. I'm gonna break this video into 2 parts. The first part, we're gonna bake 2 of the recipes. The second part, we'll bake the other 2. Our first beverage of this Boozy baking bake-off is a Chardonnay. What is this called? Buttery Bomb. Buttery Bomb Chardonnay. I've already poured myself a glass of this chilled Chardonnay and I'm gonna pop the rest back in the fridge. No one likes a warm glass of Chardonnay. Let's get her started. In part 1 of the bake-off, I'm gonna be making a red velvet cake with a vanilla cream cheese icing, as well as this awesome box of brownie truffle baking mix from Trader Joe's. Let's get started. Now, I've personally never made a red velvet cake from scratch, let alone any cake from scratch. I'm a box mix kind of girl, if we're being honest. So this will be interesting. You know, I've had to read over the directions like 30 times before we even started, but you know, we'll conquer this together, I guess, hopefully. However, I will lighten my load of all this baking with the box mix of brownies. What you got? All right, so to start, I preheated my oven to 350 and I greased and floured my baking pan. I don't have a ton of cake dishes because we're not really a baking family. So I decided I'm gonna make a bundt cake. It just seemed the easiest option of all the cakes. So we got that. Ugh, it's not that good a bite. I have all my ingredients out here in front of me. I put the eggs in a cute little bowl, so it looks really aesthetically pleasing, but you know. So, preheat oven to 350, did that. Greased and floured my baking pan, did that. Now, it says to sift, so I'm taking this strainer. I don't have a sifter. So I have to sift flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt, and then set it aside. Let me grab my flour. I moved it when I floured the pan. So here's our flour. And it says we need 2.5 cups of flour. 1, 2.5. 2.5 cups of flour, cocoa powder. So I have my unsweetened cocoa powder right there. And I need, how much of this? 1/2 cup. He says, that's a lot. I mean, I guess it's like a chocolate cake, but it's brand new. Who would have thought? 1/2 cup back. Okay, that seems like. Baking soda. Baking soda. I got baking soda. I need 1 teaspoon. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. And then salt. 1/2 teaspoon of my salt. Okay. Now it says to sift it. Just sifting into my bowl. I don't know if that like mixes it together. God, I'm the worst baker. Cool, done with that. Okay, so then you set this aside. Just throw it. Now we're gonna get to beating. So I need to rearrange. Ugh, this is so bad. Okay, now it says smaller bowl. We're gonna put our softened butter, which I just threw in the microwave for like 35 seconds. A bowl full of all my tools. Set to the side, so that's just where that's going. So I'm gonna mix together my softened butter that I just showed you and my sugar. 2 cups of sugar. Brand new bag of sugar. So. Okay. 1 cup, 2 cups. So we're gonna beat this for 5 minutes. Now, crack our first egg into the bowl. Blend, blend, blend. 2 eggs. Now we're on number 3 and number 4. Let's blend. All right. This consistency is seriously so fluffy. It's so fluffy. It's like that, you know, scene from Minions. So funny. Now, I have to mix in a cup of sour cream and milk. Here's my tub of sour cream. And here's the cup. Yum. This is quite the messy recipe. It's the sour cream and that's the milk. Looks really yummy. What else do I need? Oh, vanilla. We'll do the vanilla. 2 teaspoons. Okay, bougie vanilla. 1, 2. Cheers. Okay. And then the last part, because we're making red velvet cake, we're supposed to use red food coloring, and my dad and I just threw ours out because it was like 5 years expired. Yum. So I went to the store, like I said earlier in this video, and I got food coloring. I don't know if they just don't make the normal colors, like the primary colors, like red, yellow, green, blue anymore, or what the deal is, but I had to get these like pastel colors. I mean, I guess you could make red velvet cake whatever color you want it to be. We're gonna still go with the whole red theme, but we're gonna have to use pink. So we're gonna use, it says to use the entire bottle, 1 ounce. I guess it's 1.2. We're gonna use the whole bottle of this in the red velvet cake, pink velvet cake. We'll see how it goes. All right, so that's sour cream, milk, vanilla, and then the pink food coloring. So we're gonna blend. Very pink, but you know, red velvet is kind of pink, I guess. Okay, bad news. I used a bowl that's too small and I still have to go back through and add the flour mixture. So I have to switch this pink stuff over to a bigger bowl. So give me a second. Knew that was gonna happen. Now I got it in a much bigger bowl. Hopefully it's big enough. So now it says gradually beat in the flour mixture on low speed until just blend it. Do not overbeat. Let's go. Okay, it's blended. It actually looks pretty red. I think the brown in the cocoa powder really helped make it more red. So it kind of looks a little brown. It kind of looks a little turdy on camera, but it looks pretty red, almost like a maroon in person. So I'm gonna put this in my pan now. Put the rest in here. It's pretty good. Now, bake 35 to 40 minutes or until an inserted toothpick comes out clean. Let's go. Okay, while that's in the oven, I'm gonna clean up and then we will make the icing. So give me just a couple of minutes. See ya. Okay, we're back. I cleaned all my dishes. It's a lot. Now I need to make the icing for the cake. About 20 minutes left on the cake. So for the icing, the recipe I have comes with the icing recipe, or it comes with the cake recipe. It's not like I looked up 2 different things. To start, so you're gonna need an entire pack of cream cheese. Just got Philadelphia. It can be the store-bought kind or the store brand. I was listening to Hey Monday while I washed my dishes. Anybody remember them? They were so good. Cassidy Pope. I think she's a country singer now. She was on one of the singing shows for a little while, at least. Okay, so put the whole thing of cream cheese in. Butter, so I softened some more butter, just 1 stick this time. Put that in. Sour cream. Okay, so I'm taking the same sour cream I used earlier that we took the whole cup from. 2 tablespoons. So I got my tablespoon. 1. It was a little more than 2, but what you gonna do? And vanilla. 2 teaspoons. I'm sure it was the teaspoon, right? Oh, no, it's not. It's the half teaspoon. 1, 2. Okay, and then it says to beat it until light and fluffy. We can do that. Got my beater. Okay, light and fluffy. Light and fluffy, cute. It says, okay, so then it says we need an entire box of this stuff. A lot of sugar. Oh my God. You'll just use it from inside the box. So it says to gradually beat this in. All right, last little bit. It's actually looking like frosting, so I'm a little shocked. Nice, I got frosting everywhere. Yum. So we have about 10 minutes left on the cake until I try it with the toothpick. I'm gonna clean up really fast and then we're gonna quickly make our boxed brownies. Give me a sec. Okay, so our cake, our red velvet cake is still baking. So I'm going to make our brownie mix now since it's really easy. So, got my big bowl. We learned from the cake to use a big bowl. Gotta open the mix. It says to start, preheat oven to 350, which we already did for the cake, so it's gonna be good. Lightly grease the bottom and halfway up sides of a standard 8x8x2 pan with butter or cooking spray. I don't have a square pan, but I used this rectangular one, so it says to start by melting your butter. I melted my butter and microwaved it for a minute is what it said, but I got scared because it was popping and everything, so it took a little early, but to be creamy looking. It looks creamy. Okay, so I melted that. I gotta put that in my bowl. And then it says whisk in eggs until blended. Egg number 1, egg number 2. Oh, and then we whisk it. I have a whisk. Looks pretty blended to me. The next step, we're gonna add baking mix. You would think I'd come a little more prepared, but I didn't. Okay, so then we put this in. And just chocolate chips in it. Yes! Yes! Oh my God, it looks so. See, I feel like I was not this excited when making the cake. So, I've got my timers going off. We're gonna just finish blending it. Okay, we got it. We're gonna use the skewer. Got my oven mitt. Oh no, I dropped the skewer. It's not done, but I guess you're supposed to do it in the middle, right? Yeah, it's not done. We'll put her in for like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna blend this a little more and then we'll put it in the pan. So like I said, we didn't have a square one, so I'm using this rectangular one. I have a little more one. This is my second glass. Just saying, part 2 of this video is gonna be a little lit. Okay, okay. My director spatula. So now I'm gonna put it into this pan. So we just filled half the pan. We're gonna call it okay. You know, this is my channel, my baking. It's Boozy. I'm trying to finish my second glass. It's so gross. Covered in fingerprints and flour. And what happens when you get Boozy in the kitchen? That's the timer! Stand by while I test the cake. It's done. Now it says, it was really stressful. I have both gloves. Cool in pan for 10 minutes. So let me set a timer. I'm gonna put my brownies in for like 27 minutes. Okay, so while the brownies are in and I'm waiting for this to cool, I'm gonna take a break and wash my dishes. I'm sweating, couldn't tell. Just exhausted. Who thought baking would be this hard? Especially while drinking wine. This wine was like $13 on sale. On sale for $13. That's really bad. Okay, I will talk to you in like 9 minutes.